Paper plates, plastic bottles, soda cans, all things that we know can be recycled. Well, add to that oyster shells.
Oyster shells. Yeah, this Earth Day, our Chelsea Edwards is showing us how a Galveston shell recycling program works.
After you slurp down this appetizer, the shell could find a new home, helping to restore Galveston's reefs.
Truly, we were taking the oysters and putting them into dumpsters. And so it needed to be some other way to save these oysters and do something with them.
Since 2011, Tommy's Restaurant and Oyster Bar in Clear Lake has saved 500 tons of oyster shells from landfills.
We've been able to recycle 1 million pounds through GBF's partnerships with other restaurants in Houston as well.
The owner helped create a local shell recycling program, partnering with the Galveston Bay Foundation to bring used shells back to the Gulf's shores, rebuilding reefs and giving new homes to baby oysters.
This particular area is one of our favorite areas. We are not getting oysters out of here now.
In March, Texas Parks and Wildlife closed some of Galveston's oyster harvesting areas, with oyster populations and oyster sizes shrinking.
Over the last decade, when it comes to oysters, we've had drought, a lot of sedimentation from events like Hurricane Ike that smothered some of those reefs, and then Hurricane Harvey basically turned Galveston Bay into a freshwater lake.
Through the program, used shells are picked up and stockpiled at a curing site like this.
This also gives us a chance to what we like to call quarantine or sun cure the oyster shells. And essentially what that does is it exposes them to all the weathering and gets rid of any bacteria or other pathogens that we otherwise would not want to put back into the bay as well. That's about 300 tons. So that's actually going back into the water next month. We're really excited about that project.
After 6 months, the shells can be put back in the bay, also filtering water and stabilizing the coastline.
We can actually use them to build a breakwater as well. We contain them in this mesh aquaculture bag just so they don't fall out into the sediment, and that also allows us to stack them into a pyramid to create that kind of a wave break structure.
And if more restaurants participate, recycling the shells from shuck to shore, this won't be their last trip back home. Chelsea Edwards, Fox 26 News.